Today, I want to answer a question that comes up from time to time from clients, and that is once they've had a Yuen Method session and an issue has been cleared, why does it come back? It depends. So, one reason why it can come back is that there are just more layers to the issue and there's more to be cleared and strengthened and deleted and removed on that particular topic. Sometimes it can be because that person's mind is bringing the issue back. And what can happen is if someone has been struggling with a particular issue for a while, even though on a conscious level they want it to be gone, there's some part of them that is still attached to it or over identifying with it, or just obsessing and thinking about it too much and still expecting it to come back, and almost on a subconscious level can't believe that it can actually be resolved, even though it's been resolved. But when they keep thinking about it, then they keep bringing back the issue. Another reason can be if that person is seeking a lot of outside input on the particular issue. So seeking out a lot of different practitioners and to resolve the issue outside of, even beyond having it cleared in a session. So when that happens, then now we're adding in, again, everything is energy. So more energy is being added back into the story or to the situation. And that energy is now compounding and bringing it back. So there's a couple of different reasons why it can be. And there are sometimes it's just that an issue gets resolved, but then there are other factors that kind of re-trigger it, which again is along the lines of there just simply maybe being more to be cleared, but also just new factors can come into play and re-trigger the same issue. But it isn't really the same issue at that point. It's just that there's new elements at play, and that particular thing that they're suffering with is coming back because that is just an area that that person tends to where things show up when they get triggered. For example, someone is constantly having headaches and we clear them, but then the headaches come back. There could be new issues that are new triggers that are having a headache come back, but it's not necessarily the same situation, but it's coming back in the same place because it's kind of like that person's system or body is communicating to them in that way, like, hey, here's this thing that needs to be dealt with, and it's always going to bring it back to that same part of the body. So those are some of the reasons why things can come back. And it's important to realize that once having a Yuen Method session, even though something isn't cleared, again, because everything in the world and ourselves and the universe is always moving fast and changing and shifting, that there's always going to be new things that come in. As one of my favorite comics, Gilda Radner, used to say, it's always something. There's always something new coming up. So it's not like, oh, I had a one Yuen Method session and now my whole life should always from this point out be perfectly clear. That's not how it works. It's kind of like thinking that putting gas in your car once should be enough. It doesn't work that way. It's clearing these issues is like feeding your body. It's something you continually need to do because you are continually in this body alive on this planet, and there's always going to be factors that are coming in and affecting you, which means you're going to feel these things. So that's to answer the question of why are things coming back. They kind of are, but not really. And one thing that can be really helpful to keep in mind, if an issue keeps coming back and the person is perpetually focusing on that issue and sort of obsessing about it, then it's probably time to take yet another step back and realize where is the person's purpose, and to make sure that their life in general, it could be an issue of not really being connected to a purpose or not living their life's purpose or their work purpose, their career purpose. And therefore, their mind is really distracting them with this issue because in some way the mind is creating an excuse to not move forward and to move forward with their purpose and things that might be kind of scary, but are going to be things that help them grow as a person. So thank you for tuning in. I'm Colleen O'Connor, Intuitive Life Consultant, and I help people with all areas of their life using the Yuen Method. Thanks, stay strong, and stay joyful.